Thanks for joining us. 6 a.m. on this Wednesday. Yeah, we're getting halfway through the week here. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Netta Iranpour, and hopefully you're having a nice morning so far. It looks like the sunrise will be beautiful yet again. Meteorologist Evan Irani joining us, and it's not as frigid. Yesterday I couldn't stop shivering.
I noticed
slightly
that.
warmer.
Still layering though, right?
I'd
today,
say
right?
it's still cold to start the day. So
Okay.
the thing is, while we're not as cold as yesterday, and that's an important part of it, we are still in many cases chilly. Look at Ramona right now, 36 degrees in Ramona, 36 out of Mount Laguna, 39 in Julian. Out by the coast, we're mostly in the 50s, so pretty mild overall. 53 in Oceanside, 52 in Encinitas. Take a look at today's forecast. By the afternoon, we're warming up pretty nicely. We'll be pretty much on the nose as far as average goes. Upper 60s out by the coast, low 70s as you make your way inland. Mountains are also warming up nicely to the 70s. Here's that live look outside as we start off the morning. This one west facing, but we'll start to turn those cameras around. Sunrise coming in just a few minutes, about 18 minutes. So we'll get to ideally see a beautiful view of it. Coming up, we're going to talk about that 7-day forecast, some ups and downs as far as your temperatures go. Details in a few. I'll send things back to you, Ned and Eric.
Okay, look at that. Thank you very much, Evan. And now this morning, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria is set to release a draft of the city's budget for the 2027 fiscal year.
Right now, the city is grappling with a projected $120 million deficit. News 8's Tori Apodaca live downtown with key dates to know on this and reaction to it. Tori.
Hi, good morning. That's right. With trying to make up this budget deficit, we can expect to see layoffs in this draft that will be released later this morning. Go ahead, though, and take a look at this. The city says that the budget draft will cut 48 unclassified positions. Of these, 37 are in the general fund, resulting in approximately $9.3 million in savings to the general fund. Those unclassified positions are at-will employees like elected officials, independent department heads, policy and executive staff within the mayor's office, sworn safety personnel in specialized roles, and council staff. The nonprofit San Diego County Taxpayers Association released a report on the budget's financial outlook ahead of the budget release, claiming that since 2020, the city has been over-projecting its revenue and has a $1 billion deferred maintenance backlog, plus $7.8 million in infrastructure costs. The report shows the city also continues to grow its municipal staffing at an average annual rate of 2.2%, outpacing its population growth that slowed to less than 0.5% annually. Here are the key dates that you need to know for the budget hearings. The mayor will present the budget to City Council on Monday, and you will be able to weigh in during hearings throughout May. Then a final budget needs to be adopted in June. And Mayor Todd Gloria has been addressing this budget proposal on his Instagram page, saying that he is still prioritizing all of the services that people use every day, such as public safety, reducing homelessness, and infrastructure improvements like road repairs. For now, reporting in San Diego, Tori Apodaca, News 8.
And this morning, a woman is in custody after a standoff in La Mesa where she allegedly threatened to burn down a building. This all started around 11 a.m. yesterday. Police say Emily Gibson drew swastikas on her unit, so management and Grossmont Village condos sent maintenance to clean it up. They say Gibson was holding suspected Molotov cocktails next to a propane tank, then lit one and barricaded herself inside, forcing evacuations. 4 hours later, police say she lit something else on fire and ultimately came outside suffering from smoke inhalation. New video this morning capturing a police takedown near Petco Park. Police say an Ace parking employee was attacked by a 20-year-old suspect who hit him in the head with a broken cane. Officers found the suspect nearby, armed with a 6-foot stick. When other efforts failed, they used a police dog to take him down. You can see the suspect hitting the dog. Police say Chico, the canine, is okay and expected to be back at work soon. The Ace employee is expected to recover.
This morning, a section of Sunset Cliffs is being monitored after a bluff collapse. You can see a pile of rocks right there. There it is. Happened near a popular spot where people are often seen jumping from the top of an arch that shoots out from Sunset Cliffs Boulevard. You see people jumping right there. Right now, there are no reports of any injuries.
Well, today is the deadline to file your taxes.
Okay, if you've been putting this off, we are working for you this morning. We want to share some last-minute tips that might help you out. News 8's Chris Grow live in studio. This is the final day.
Oh, yeah, the deadline.
Talk about hours in.
Yeah, pushed it off a little too long, man.
Yeah, and I guess it depends. Like, do you expect to pay? Do you expect to get a refund?
Right.
Probably those who expected to get a refund were so anxious to do so that they just went ahead and did it. It's usually,
why we did it.
Yeah, it's usually the folks who know that they are going to end up paying who are here at the last second. But regardless, this advice is for everyone. The advice that we are getting from experts. So regardless, if you expect to pay, get a refund, if you're doing this at the last second, experts are saying do not use AI to rush that filing. It can present info that you put in as confidently wrong, which can lead to misfilings, audits, etc. Now, here's what else experts are saying. If you're here at this moment, probably should file an extension if you need time. Then pay what you can as an estimate in the meantime to avoid penalty fees. We'll talk a little bit more about extensions in a moment. File electronically is the fastest way to file, and if you're filing by mail, ask USPS to postmark it at the counter. That's because of a new rule. The U.S. Postal Service postmarks are applied when the mail is processed at a sorting facility, which could be the next day, which could mean that you filed late. Now back to extensions. A CPA that we heard from says it's likely the best way to handle those last-minute filings. It's a good idea. Take a breath, take your time, especially if you have a complicated filing, if you have a lot of accounts that you need to get information, maybe you don't have all the forms. Take a listen to what else she had to say.
Extension gives you more time to file. It does not give you more time to pay. So if you expect that you are going to owe, this is also the time right now to send a payment to the IRS. And that way, even if you can't full pay, just send what you can, because that could reduce the amount of penalties that may, of course, that the IRS may assess to your account.
Yeah, basically right now what you're trying to do is to avoid as many penalties as you can. You do not want to get hit with penalties as well as a tax bill. Now, if you do get a tax bill that you cannot afford, the IRS does offer payment options based on your income in either short-term, like 90 to 180 days, and even long-term payments that you can kind of figure out on your own time. Eric and Netta?
Thank you very much, Evan. Sorry, Chris. I just saw Evan walk by. I was thinking of him, too. Chris, but thank you. You can find more tips and ways to save money on our CBS 8 app. Download on your TV and watch for free. Sorry, Chris. Thank you.
Chris, we have enough meteorologists here.
We're all in here. I literally did just hand Chris this remote. I was like, if you want it, you can take it from here. We'll just switch spots.
Break, yeah.
I mean, hey. Like Eric said, I mean, we got 3 meteorologists in the house here. It's hard to keep track of what's going on.
Count on your forecast here.
and in Netta's defense, I did walk right behind the camera while she said that. It's 6:07 right now. Good morning. And how about this for a start to the day? From Mount Soledad, we've got just a few passing clouds. Sunrise is in 10 minutes, and it should be a gorgeous one. We're already starting to see some of the pink and purple tones coming on through. Sunset not coming our way until 7:19, a nice 13 hours of day length. Escondido is going to be watching for an uptick in wind speeds and wind gusts. Don't mean to single out Escondido because realistically, this is going to be an issue that we see this afternoon countywide, especially east of the coast. So toward our valley floors, our mountains, our deserts, they'll watch for this afternoon to be a little bit breezy out there. As far as the high temperatures that we've seen for the month of April thus far, they've been generally above average. We've only had a couple of days where temperatures in the month of April have been below average. That included Monday, as the storm kind of finally made its exit. But now we're going to be watching for a warm-up as the weekend approaches. Today, temperatures are just around average. We're watching as the setup overhead dries out quite a bit, so we should have plenty of sunshine in the afternoon forecast. And then we'll see that temperatures will slide a bit for tomorrow and then climb from there. 69 should be right at average for us in San Diego. We picked up on 14/100ths of an inch of rain with that storm that came through over this past weekend. It wasn't enough to match normal, but at least it gave us something, right? So now we're at only a quarter-inch deficit at this point. Vanessa Paz checking in on traffic. It is 6:09. It's Wednesday, and boy, I see a lot of red in one of those spots.
Yeah, so here's the deal. If you're traveling in from Escondido, Rancho Bernardo, Rancho Penasquitos, Forest Ranch area, you may run into some slowing. We have a crash on the 56 at the 15, also known as Ted Williams Parkway, and it looks like it is blocking the 2 right lanes in Rancho Penasquito. So this is right where the 15 South and the 56 meet. And you could actually see all of that red. Speeds are down to about 5-10 miles per hour or so. Stop and go all the way down to the 56. So just a heads up if you're headed out the door and you think that you're going to be at steady speeds, yeah, you might want to think again. You may want to take some surface streets around Rancho Santa Fe or even the Carmel Mountain area to get around that slowing, but most of the brake tapping stretching for about a mile and a half or so before you hit the 56 on the 15. We have another crash that we're tracking. This one is on the shoulder in the North Park area on the 805 North, right before you get to the 15. So this is as you make your way out of National City, passing City Heights, headed towards North Park. That's not causing any slowing, so that's some good news as you head out the door this morning. Earlier, we saw some smoke from this camera here, but it looks like crews, whoever got it under control. This is the 15 in both directions right at Poway Road. That's the southbound drive that you're looking at. So far, so good across the county, with the exception of that crash that we're tracking on the 15 right at the 56. 6:10 is the time. Let's go ahead and pull up those border wait times and see what we're working with. About an hour and a half to get you inbound from San Ysidro's port of entry. A little better, not by much though. About an hour or hour 40 to get you across from Otay Mesa's port of entry this morning.